Good morning, everybody. Danny Shay out of his bathrobe and out of his bed. That's good. So feeling a little better, feeling a lot better at least. Whoa. So I wanted to jump on. Thank you all for the well wishes. Appreciate it. Boy, the devastation of that tornado is horrific. Sending prayers, love, light out to them. I will also be sending some money to help them with their rebuilding. Every little bit counts. I would ask that the national news is just doing a lot on Kentucky, which they should. But don't forget the other states if you're around there. There were 6 states involved. They were Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Tennessee, Mississippi, and then of course Kentucky. So when you're looking at your finances and looking at where you can donate, just keep those other states in mind too. They're not getting the national news. They won't get the national influx of funds from people like us. So, and make sure you just envelop them in just send some love out their way. Wow. Yeah, it's brutal. Okay. I wanted to jump on, but I was feeling so bad I didn't. But Heather Cox Richardson wrote a little article, and she does this. You can get it on your email blast, and it's free, or you can subscribe to her, and she writes these political articles. They're pretty cool. She was talking about she was asking the question, who is lying about the National Guard? So I want to read on that. But then all this other stuff broke with Mark Meadows. Crazy. No wonder my cards seemed broken when I was reading on him. Yes, he is going to be working with the January 6th committee. No, he's not going to be working. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, it's like crazy. So my cards were right because he did and he isn't. But he did, but he isn't. The other thing I want to read on is Verizon. Verizon's being subpoenaed to give over Mark Meadows' phone records from his other phone. So will they comply? And then we got all the people that were texting Meadows, right? Donnie Jr. Let's read on him. What deck should I use? What? Mr. Pumpkinhead deck? Okay. Donnie Jr. Does Donnie Jr. have his dad's cell phone number? He's got to call Chief of Staff. Tell him to stop. Tell him to stop this shit. I think that's what he said. For entertainment purposes only. I don't know. So let's just look at the 411 on Donnie Jr. real quick before we go into too much. I'm not going to go real deep today because I'm still a little wonky. I recorded one that was 45 minutes long. But I had a sneezing fit, coughing fit. So let's make it short. Don Jr. What is going on with you? What's going on in that little mini pumpkin head, Don Jr.? What is going on in that mini pumpkin head of yours? 6 cards. Ooh, I should look at this before. Ooh. King of Ghosts. This is my Joe Biden card. This is my Joe Biden card. Okay, I'm going to keep going on this. Okay, let me drop it down. Look I got Christmas all ready to go. Excuse me. All right, so we have the King of Ghosts covered by the Seven of Pumpkins. Little Donnie Jr., little mini pumpkin head, is taking care of all his... Well, he's working on all these projects. He's looking after them. Everything's okay. It's all good. I think he might be a little delusional. He's got 4 imps dancing around. It's like, yeah, celebration. Everything's cool. We got this. It's all good. In the past, he's got the Wheel of Fortune. But as you know, as wheels spin, your fortunes change. And he doesn't look very satisfied with the way his pumpkin patch is turning out. At the top of the reading, we have the 5 of Pumpkins. It's cold. Oh, look. She dropped her little bag of goodies. Oh, and that guy is just dragging her away. Come on, leave it in the snow. It's complete and utter loss for that little, whatever she is, bat, clown, whatever. Oh. It's time to go, Donnie Jr. Time to go. Chariot. I said I was just going to pull 6. Let's see if we can find out where that chariot's going. Because it feels like Donnie Jr. is all... It's... What's in this cup? Is he just drinking himself into Ghostland, thinking everything is good? He's got this little celebration because he's in his Mar-a-Lago, wherever the hell he is, Mar-a-Lago place, but his Wheel of Fortune spins to utter loss and has him in a hearse, in a chariot, and Mr. Pumpkinhead's driving. Look at that. Mr. Pumpkinhead is driving Donnie Jr.'s hearse for entertainment only. Let's just see, where's that chariot going? 3 clarification cards. Oh my gosh. Look how scared that cat is looking up at Mr. Pumpkinhead. Scary. Should I turn on my light so you can see the cards better? Let's see if that helps. Okay. Chariot, where is Donnie Jr. going? We got the 410. Where's this chariot taking Donnie Jr.? Where's this chariot taking Donnie Jr.? 7 of Pentacles. Huh. Six of Cups. Well, is that a good card? Can you get that? Can you see? There you go. That's not a good card. Where's the chariot going? It's going to end up in the Tower moment. But we have the 7 of Pentacles again, and in this deck, in the Deviant Moon deck, it's like the Pentacles, he's bleeding money. He's losing money so much. He thinks he's okay, but no. He's siphoning money out of something to pay lawyers or whatever. And then you have the Six of Cups, going back to simpler times. I think he's drinking out of so many cups that he's delusional about how much money he has, and it's going to create a tower moment for him. So for now, Donnie has enough liquor that it'll keep him in good spirits. Ooh, spirits. I said spirits. All right. Will Verizon comply with the January 6th committee to turn over their documents? Mark Meadows' phone records. Will Verizon comply? Let's just pull 3 cards. Will Verizon comply with January 6th subpoena? Will Verizon comply? Will Verizon comply? Oh, they're all huddled around. They're thinking about it. They're going, what should we do? 3 of Pentacles. So you have 2 people advising this one guy on how to go forward, on how to build this castle. And maybe there's, this card sometimes suggests dark money. I'm not feeling it here. I just feel the different players. 3 people advising Verizon, and maybe this is the 6th commission going spill the beans, because it looks like that guy has a cup and it's upside down. Somebody is very, very worried. Somebody's really worried. And yes, they are. They're going to give it up. Here you go. It feels like that Verizon is really worried about, let me use the optic word, which is why the National Guard wasn't called in right away, because the optics look bad. That was one of the reasons that the DOD gave. Anyway, yeah, they are really worried about the optics. Remember in, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I guess it was, there was a mass shooting in Pacoima, and they recovered an Apple phone from a lake or something, and Apple wouldn't tell them how to open the phone up, wouldn't tell the FBI how to open the phone up. And so there was a big thing going on with it. They finally cracked the phone open, not literally, but they cracked the code so that they could get the phone open. But it wasn't via Apple. And they go, no, we have privacy that we need to take care of. Our customers' privacy is super important to us, even though this guy shot a whole bunch of people. I think this is what Verizon is dealing with right now. Privacy issues for their customers versus the overthrow of a government. Anyway, it turns out, I think that they will. They will give it up. All right, let's look at let's look at the Department of Justice. This was kind of weird. This is going back to that Heather Cox Richardson article that I read. Remember going back to the Department of Defense, the Secretary for Defense, who was it before Chris Miller? Some general, was Mattis? I think it was Mattis. And then there was some other guy that was going to be in, and then it ended up Miller, but he's the acting Secretary of Defense. Trump had so many acting people in there, and as you know, actors are professional liars. That's what they get paid to do. And the better you are, the more money you make. Look at Meryl Streep. She is a brilliant liar. Brilliant. No matter what Trump says. She is so good. You watch her movies, you forget you're watching Meryl Streep. Right? Which is why she won numerous Academy Awards. When you watch Mr. Pumpkinhead, you know he's Mr. Pumpkinhead. That's why he never won an Emmy. Too far? Yeah, maybe. All right. So, Chris Miller, he was the one that said, yeah, I'm going to be crazier than Trump to keep Trump in line. Okay. This is going to be some crazy-ass movie in a couple of years. Crazy. Is it going to be a comedy? That's what we should read on. What kind of movie? Is it going to be serious, or is it going to be a comedy? Are we going to get through this and go back and laugh, or are we going to get through this and go, holy crap? I think holy crap. Anyway, I'm not right in the head today. Okay, Chris Miller, Department of Defense. On January 6th, January 5th, okay, back up. This is all about the National Guard being called in to stop the insurrection. They weren't called in a timely manner. DC police called the Department of Defense and said, send them. They didn't send them. So somebody is lying. Somebody said, one of those two people are lying. I think it's the Department of Defense for entertainment only. Chris Miller changed the way the National Guard was called out, the chain of command, on December 5th. Normally it's the governor who does it of the state, but in DC it's the president. So I'm not sure how that originally was, but the president had authority. He changed it up, and I don't know why, but maybe we could look at that probably another time. But his secretary, his chief of staff, was Kash Patel. So Chris Miller's chief of staff was Kash Patel. Trump put him in there, so they're buddies, right? And Kash Patel was in constant communication with Mark Meadows throughout January 6th. Everybody's texting Mark Meadows, tell the president to stop this. Tell him to get on the air and stop this. All of Fox News, his son, lawmakers, they're all saying this. Mark Meadows is on the phone in constant communication with Kash Patel. Now, Kash Patel is apparently cooperating with January 6th Commission. So my question is, let's see if we can figure out what was Kash Patel and Mark Meadows talking about. What was the big deal? Why were they in constant communication I'm going to pull 2 rows. One on Cash Patel. What is he saying to Mark Meadows? And one on Mark Meadows. What is he saying to Cash Patel? And I feel like I need to use my Deviant Moon. Yeah, because I got everything just kind of flew out of here. Let's just see what we got, because this is, well, I got 3 cards. 6 cards, I mean. So, the bottom row, this to me is Mark Meadows, King of Pentacles. Knight of Swords, fast moving knight that is just jumping in and swinging. This is kind of like the insurrection. And then you got Justice. The top of the reading, maybe this is Cash Patel, the Department of Defense. We have utter loss, 5 of Pentacles. We have being stabbed in the back, 10 of Swords. And we have Judgment. Wow. Wow. Okay, so who got stabbed in the back? Who got stabbed in, who is seeing the loss, got stabbed in the back and wants to create, you know, wants to rise above things? And I think that's Cash Patel. But he was appointed by Trump. Fast Knight of Swords. Let's go in. Come on, let's go do this. Then you have Justice right here. Is Mark Meadows, does he have anything to do with Justice? No. What about Cash Patel? Cash Patel, well, I think they're both lawyers. Interesting 6 cards that popped out anyway. This is all about stopping this crazy insurrection for the king. Okay, let's see if we can get some clarity. I'm going to use the Deviant Moon, and hopefully my hands won't be wiggy when I shuffle. So, let's first read on 3 cards on Cash Patel. What was he talking about? What was he in constant communication with Mark Meadows about? What was he in constant communication with Mark Meadows about? Chess game. How do we play this? What do we do? You move here, I'll move here. It's the 10 of Pentacles. It's all about this family money, this family dynasty, the Republican dynasty. How do we keep the Trump legacy going? You move here, I move here. Ooh. 6 of Wands. Upside down. 6 of Wands upside down. When I look at this, so this is normally riding in like a winner, but this is not. It's upside down. And look at the 2 people shaking hands. So the last pull I had the 10 of Swords. And when I see these 2 people shaking hands and it's upside down, I go, somebody broke their word. Somebody broke their word. Star. Interesting. Look at the star. Look at the head. It's kind of like Mr. Pumpkinhead. It's like a fake star. It's like... And here's... Okay, am I thinking of some? No, this is the star card. The star card normally is taking water from one and wine to the other. Is that right, or am I thinking of another card? But she's putting liquid into the pond and to the earth. It's like a balance. Not this one. This is a one-sided star. She needs to cut her toenails too. Okay, so that's... And then there's the bullshit sign. Right there. That's bullshit. Which tells me that it's a fake star. Okay, they're playing a chess game. Somebody got stabbed in the back. Somebody wasn't true to their word. And what they were trying to do, what this plan was, just went awry. It just went crazy. Got out of hand. Mark Meadows, what was the conversation on his part? It's just a game. Six of Cups, just a game. Another game, just playtime. Going back to a simpler time. Just gonna leave that up there. How do we turn this back? And you can see all these crazy people here down at the bottom. They're all crazy. Oh my God, no, we were just playing. We were just trying to... Here's Trump giving his little speech to the crowd. I'm going to march right with you. He gets them all crazy. Okay, Mark Meadows, what were you telling the Department of Defense? What were the two Chief of Staffs talking about? How to walk. Page of Wands. This guy is walking on stilts, but he's also walking on a frozen pond. He is so precariously perched. Mark Meadows knows what a tight rope he's walking. He knows the burden. He knows what he's doing. And he knows he's being stabbed into the heart. Heartbreak. What's he talking about, though? Is he just like talking nonsense? Oh, this hurts. This hurts. This is heavy. We got to do something. We have to do something, but not too much. Cash Patel looks like he's playing a better chess game than Mark Meadows. Mark Meadows just sees that he's going to be in huge trouble. Let's just ask this right out. Because it just seemed like the whole thing was a game to these guys. Just a little chess game, that's all. Just a little chess game. So, did Mr. Pumpkinhead, okay, I'm asking Mr. Pumpkinhead, did Mr. Pumpkinhead stop the National Guard from going in? And I hear yes. Did Mr. Pumpkinhead stop the National Guard from going in? Delay him from going in. And of course it's for entertainment only. I'm talking about a pumpkin head. Here we go. 3 cards. Wheel of Fortune again. Take a spin on it. Ooh, 6 of Ghosts. Going back to a simpler time, but look at his White House is crooked. His big house behind him, it's off kilter. Oh yeah. Yeah. Did he delay it? I mean, normally that's, you know, the Star of Hope. But look at that dark card. You have that gargoyle. Like, yes, he did. Well, we'll see. So maybe Liz Cheney, did we talk about that, or was that my other video? Where she said that he committed, she implied that he committed a constitutional and statutory crime. He could have, and she used language that invoked the constitutional language. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate you all. Take care of each other. Be good to each other. Help the tornado victims if you can. All right. Peace and love.